Hey, good morning, John. Good morning, everyone. Happy holidays, and hopefully everyone is finding themselves and their families healthy and well. Really appreciate the work that continues with the advisory council. I think we've been on this now long journey with lots of journey ahead on really catching California up, as we've talked about with other parts of the nation, and really allowing the benefits of the data exchange opportunities in California to be unleashed for the benefit of Californians across the state. We've talked quite a bit about how this is not just about having the entities, the systems work together to exchange data, but really to empower individuals and those who serve individuals in California with the power of the information that is really about them and their own health and social services journey. I'll remind you that our focus has not just been on health information, but on the collective information that's captured with those social determinants and the social services and social needs of individuals. It's great to see our partners throughout state government, throughout the county services networks, not just on the health, but our social service partners as well, all converging together to deliver on this vision that I think is unique in California. You know, California often focuses on how we're unique. And I think in this case, we're not uniquely ahead of other states in data exchange, but I do think our focus on the broad set of data that impacts health and social well-being is key to this entire conversation, and has been anchored in really the principles of the agency and the work that many of you are doing, looking at unleashing the power of the data, making sure that we're anchored in equity, making sure that we're listening to the folks who have concerns and trying to address those concerns. And I think the work today, especially, is a bit about that. First, it is important to acknowledge the data sharing agreement and the intent to get all eligible or required signers of that data sharing agreement to sign by the end of the next month, January 31st, 2023. That doesn't give us a lot of time. I think it's 6 short weeks, but we hope that we'll see what we've already started to see, which is people asking good questions, making sure that everyone in their organization is having a chance to review it, and then moving towards signing. And that's not just a requirement under the law, but I think really a requirement to continue moving forward in the spirit and intent of this work, to really make this a tool that is available not just in the predictable places or the big systems, but in every corner of California, so that those individuals who you might expect to last benefit from this effort are actually benefiting at exactly the same time. We recognize that the signing of the agreement is not the last step. Frankly, it's one of the early milestones and early steps, and there's so much other work to do. And so today's conversation is not just about the importance of that date and that milestone, but really the important work that comes ahead, be announcing some of the grants to really the entities in and throughout California who can support those end users, those facilities or practices or independent providers who really need to do the hard work on the data sharing. But how do we make sure that not only are the questions answered, but some technical assistance and support is provided? And then, of course, there are the ongoing conversations about the nitty-gritty, the policies and the procedures, ensuring that those who are expected to sign the agreement are not just signing an agreement blindly, not just signing an agreement that they don't have some opportunity to ask questions and clarify points on, because this agreement does no good if we aren't able to implement it broadly and thoughtfully and intentionally in the purpose of supporting Californians with this tool. So I think there's a lot of work to do today. The milestone of January 31 is just one step in that work, but I'm really proud to hear the updates from John and team, feeling like we're making the kind of progress that we want to be making. I'll just end by saying I know this isn't easy. I know that we're pushing, as we should, for any hard and important piece of work, that people aren't always comfortable with kind of the state they're being pushed out of their sort of traditions and the place which is a place of comfort on this issue. Some of you are in different places than others, and I think the intention of these conversations and the engagement that happens between these conversations is to provide a degree of comfort, information, and support so that we can all move in this important, bold direction with the kind of confidence I know that it will require. So, John, I'll turn it back to you. Really appreciate a few minutes with the group and a chance to reflect on where we've come and certainly where we continue to need to go.